couple of big signings for Chelsea. What can you tell us?
Very big signings, yes, very big signings, and they continue that policy that the club have of trying to recruit the best young players, don't they? We've got Quenda coming in from Sporting. Obviously, he's made a fantastic impact at the club this season, only 17 years old. And then Essugo as well has been really impressive on loan at Las Palmas and clearly caught Chelsea's eye. And as you can see, the spending by the club continues with these two. Yeah. So the spend since the start of last season, since the start of this season, I should say, is up to 290 million if you factor in these two deals. So Chelsea making big moves in the transfer market again.
You mentioned youth there as well. Is this another example of Chelsea's clear policy, which is to sign them young?
Absolutely, yeah. We've seen it a lot, haven't we, over the last few years. It's been a big focus of the club, and we can see it in the makeup of their starting lineup already in the Premier League. So as you can see from this graphic here, Chelsea have by far the youngest team in the Premier League this season. They have an average age of, roughly 24, which is considerably younger than the next youngest in Brighton, who have an average age of over 25. At the other end of the scale there, you can see down at the bottom, Fulham, Everton and West Ham. They're pushing towards the 30 mark, but Chelsea very much at the other end of the scale. And if you consider that these players are coming in next, you've got Estevao coming in from Palmeiras as well, only 17 years old. This average age could go even younger. So an interesting policy from Chelsea and one that could continue.
Yeah, and you sense there's going to be more Portuguese spoken in that dressing room, isn't there, next season?
Indeed.
What about Essugo? He will join in the summer, but he faces some serious competition within that position.
Yeah, a lot of bodies in that midfield now. We've got a graphic here which shows Chelsea's options in the centre of the park, and as you can see, there's a lot of players here for him to come in and compete with. Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, of course, established as the top two choices there, aren't they? They've played a huge number of minutes in the Premier League this season, both well over 2,000. They've got Romeo Lavia behind them. He's had his injury problems this season. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall hasn't featured much, but he's another option. Leslie Ugwuchukwu here, he's on loan currently at Southampton. And then you've got Essugo potentially coming in as well. Matis Amugu, he was signed from Saint-Etienne in January. So another huge spend on this position alone, and a lot of competition for Essugo to contend with when he arrives. But another option for Chelsea in the middle of the pitch.
Very different player, Geovany Quenda. He won't be joining until next summer, but he is someone that's certainly been talked about in high regard. We heard there about Man United's potential interest in him. What can you tell us about the kind of player he is?
Yeah, very exciting one, very exciting one. Only 17 years old, yet playing every week really for Sporting. He's made a fantastic impact there in the Champions League as well. Been compared to Bukayo Saka by his old coaches, and like Saka, he has demonstrated that ability to play in different positions, and that's what we see if we look at this graphic on the screen here. So these are his minutes played by position in the Champions League this season. Now, under Ruben Amorim, the former Sporting boss, he was mostly used as a right wing back. As you can see, most of his minutes came in that position, but he has, since the change of manager, been used more on the left as a left-sided attacker, left winger really, and that maybe is where he's more likely to slot in at Chelsea. But he is a very impressive young player, and that versatility is just one part of his offering. He's featured regularly in the Champions League, he's featured regularly in the Primeira Liga as well in Portugal, and these are his stats in that competition this season. As you can see, he ranks really highly in lots of attacking metrics. So 4 assists, that puts him in the top 10 in the division. But he's actually third for chances created, 48 chances created in Portugal this season, 10 big chances created. He completes a lot of dribbles, 31 dribbles. He gets balls into the box through crosses. He's a set-piece taker as well as getting those crosses in from open play, and then he gets into the box himself. As you can see, touches in the opposition box, 83. Again, he's pretty high up the rankings there. So when you consider he's doing all this at 17, then you can see why Chelsea is so excited to get him in.
Yeah, seems like a coup on paper anyway. Chelsea continue to splash the cash. Thank you very much, Nick.